Hi, this is Brett from Nekst, and I am super excited to announce the new release of our client portal feature, which essentially is taking all the information that you're creating inside of Nekst to help manage your team or manage your own internal processes and creating a super user-friendly portal that'll help guide your clients from contract through closing. Let me show you how it works. So I'm going to walk you through the steps to make this page, which has our key dates, our tasks, our team members, our transaction parties, and turn all of this wonderful information into this really easy, mobile-friendly client portal with pretty photos and important dates and a roadmap of everything that's happening, which as we complete tasks, we'll continue to update, full of recommendations, different service providers that you want to reach out and provide them with, any notes that you want to leave, particularly for your clients, and all the contacts. So let me walk you through and show you how we can create this in just a few extra minutes. All right, we're going to go ahead and start on our setup page. And the first thing you'll want to do is come down here to client portal domain, and this is where you can pick your subdomain. So if you have a team name, if you have a personal name you want to use, or anything like that, as long as it's not taken and it's a minimum of 4 characters, you can update that here. If you were to ever change this in the middle of client portals, unfortunately, it will render those existing client portals useless. So please pick a name and stick with it. After this, we will go in here to a setting called service providers. And this is where you can group all of those people that you recommend over and over and over so that you can just maintain a list and provide it one time and then share that information. So we've gone ahead and preloaded everyone's accounts with these different categories. If you want to create another category that's not listed here, simply click this Create Service Provider button and add it in. And then from here, anytime you create a contact, and we'll go ahead and look at this Andrew Lasser. So we can load photos in, all of their details, company name, and down here at the bottom where you see service provider, you can pick from one of those different categories. Then what happens with the client portal is you can choose to provide a category and then also choose which providers from that category you want to share. So if you have a lender that specializes in FHA, you can recommend that lender, or an inspector that specializes in older homes, you can recommend that home inspector. So from here, we're going to go back into our properties. You're going to load your team members and you're going to load your transaction parties like you normally would. We'll go in here to our details, and a lot of these boxes will, if you're using the smart tags or the linked boxes, you can link your tasks directly to these boxes so they will auto-populate. Or you can manually add them in here also. As we scroll down to the bottom where we have notes, you'll see there's a new feature where after you leave a note, let's see, this is a special note for my clients. I love you. Whoops. And we can add this to the client portal by selecting this box, and we will check this off. And then we'll come back in here to our little drop down, and we will go into the client portal where we can customize what we want our site to look like. So the first thing we want to do is upload a photo just to make sure it looks nice and pretty. If you don't upload a photo, there'll just be a blue background. So not the end of the world there. Here is where we can change the title. So we will default to whatever you name the property as the title, but you can add on additional addresses or can change it to something that's a little bit easier to understand for your clients. Down here we have detail boxes. And anytime you have content listed in one of these detail boxes, it will show up in bold. So you'll know that all of these have data supplied to them, but there may be some detail boxes we don't want to share, like the commission or the seller's name or something along those lines. But we can pick those. Down here, we move into our roadmap, and this is where we have all of our key dates as well as instructions on what we would want our client to read through to better understand that task. So, for example, we have schedule home inspection. This is in the task detail. This is what we listed as just a little description. And then from here, we can choose whether we want to include any recommended service providers. So for this being a home inspection task, I'll go ahead and click this home inspection button. If we want to, we can put multiple categories in here as well. We won't bother doing that. And then we can see the two home inspectors that we've preloaded. I'll go ahead and recommend both of those. Down here, we have another task that's called confirm mortgage lender. And again, these are all the key dates. So you will want to make these key dates. And then we can pick which mortgage lender. So we'll go ahead and take out Theo because the mortgage hut doesn't is not a good fit for this client, and so on and so forth. So you kind of get the point. We can pick and choose what key dates we want to include. And if we want to, overtype anything in the description, we can add that here. So this says, don't forget to attend your closing. We might say, don't forget to attend your virtual closing in the sky, right? So we can put details in any one of these boxes that we want. Down below here, we pick which contacts we want to display. So we'll choose who from our team we want to include. We can also pick whether we want the title representative, maybe the other agent on the deal. We want to include them or not include them, but we can pick and choose the contacts. And then down below here, this is where it gets really kind of cool. A lot of the times we'll have utility numbers. So if we want to include our utility services, we'll select that option. If we want to include our movers that we recommend, we'll choose our moving company. If we want to include, let's say there's a title company situation and they're not sure which title company they want to include, we can choose that. And then we can pick all the different suppliers that we know is applicable to this file. And this is where they'll show up down at the bottom. And then last but not least, we have the ability to pick and choose which team member gets the branding up at the top. So if you're a transaction coordinator and you create this, but you want to feature one of the agents on your team or the team leader, you can select them from this list. And again, this is only applicable with our Team Pro version. So once we've gone through and decided what we want to include, we'll come down here to the bottom, click Update. And up at the top, we'll have the ability to copy our link. We'll have the ability to preview it, and we'll do that here. And you can see it's nice and pretty with everything that we decided to include or not include. Our title company, our moving companies, our utility services are all here. The note that we did earlier about, this is a special note for my clients, I love you is here. The don't forget to attend your virtual closing in the sky is here. So you can see how it's really, really easy to create a very easy to read portal for your clients. A couple things I'll show you before I jump into the mobile version. Let's go back in here to our configuration. So once you've set up that client portal, you can share it really easily by going back into here. And let's say we had an email task using our smart tags. All you have to do is click the hashtag and you'll see the client portal link at the bottom. And when I click on this link and I click on the preview button, you'll see that this link will automatically populate. And once the email goes out, this will become a clickable link. The same thing is possible if you wanted to send an SMS task. So we would do the same thing here. We would add in that client portal link and we can share it via text message as well. So once you share this link, it does not change. But as you go through and you check off some of these key dates, so for example, our next key date is our mortgage lender task. We'll go ahead and open this up and complete it. Your client will see and hear that you are making the appropriate progress through each one of these steps. So it helps keep you accountable, but also provides them with a really great interactive roadmap of what needs to happen and when. So last but not least, let's pop into the mobile version. Because most of your clients will be reviewing this portal on their mobile device, it's super important that the experience on mobile is really done well. So you'll see there's a navigation bar down at the bottom where you can check through the details, the roadmap, the different service providers, the notes, and even the contacts. So within this page, I think they're going to have a great experience. It's going to be easy to place phone calls, easy to one click send an email out, and just a little teaser here in the near future, we are going to give you the opportunity to store documents, and those can be shared within the portal or sent out as a smart tag through an email task or an SMS task. So hope that you love this client portal. I'm super excited to share it. I know your clients are going to love it, and hopefully it allows you to deliver the amazing service that's going to bring you a ton of referrals here in the future. Thank you so much for checking this out, and go enjoy it. It should be easily accessible in your account.